In 1937, Amelia Earhart was one of the most famous pilots in the world. She'd already made headlines as the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic. Her daring spirit and drive for exploration made her a symbol of adventure. Earhart wanted to achieve an even greater feat, flying around the world at the equator. She chose Fred Noonan, a skilled navigator, to join her. They would use a Lockheed Model 10 Electra, custom-built for long-distance flying. They began the journey in May 1937, flying eastward from California. The trip took them to South America, across Africa, India, and Southeast Asia. By early July, they'd already covered over 22,000 miles and reached Lae, New Guinea. From Lae, their next target was Howland Island, an extremely small island in the Pacific, about 2,500 miles away. Missing it by even a small distance would be disastrous. On July 2nd, they took off at dawn. Earhart radioed updates to the U.S. Coast Guard cutter Itasca, which was stationed at Howland to help them navigate. But radio contact was patchy, and they couldn't hear the ship's responses. At 7:42 a.m. local time, Earhart said, "We must be on you but cannot see you. Gas is running low." Itasca tried to help, but they couldn't establish two-way communication. At 8:43 a.m., Earhart's last known transmission came through. "We are on the line 157,337. We are running north and south." Then, silence. No one heard from them again. The U.S. Navy and Coast Guard launched a massive search operation. They scoured thousands of square miles of ocean but found no sign of the aircraft or the crew. Over the years, theories emerged. Many think they simply ran out of fuel and crashed into the ocean. This is the crash and sink theory. Others think they may have reached Nikomaroro, an uninhabited island, and died as castaways. In 1940, bones were found on Nikomaroro. Some believe they matched Earhart's build, but later analysis has been inconclusive. Other theories, like being captured by the Japanese, have never been proven. Despite decades of searching, no definitive evidence of their fate has been found. The disappearance of Amelia Earhart and Fred Noonan remains one of the greatest aviation mysteries in history. Earhart's story still captures our imagination today. She was more than just a pilot, she was a pioneer and a symbol of human courage. Her final flight remains an enduring mystery, a testament to her spirit of adventure. In the late 1800s, London's East End was a grim place, filled with poverty, overcrowding, and crime. Amid this backdrop, in 1888, a terrifying figure emerged, an unknown serial killer who would become infamous as Jack the Ripper. Between August and November 1888, at least 5 women, mostly prostitutes, were brutally murdered in the Whitechapel district. The murders were horrific, marked by deep throat slashes and mutilations. The killer seemed to have some anatomical knowledge, which baffled police and doctors. The police were under enormous pressure to catch the murderer, but despite extensive investigations, the killer evaded capture. The press sensationalized the case, giving him the name Jack the Ripper, taken from a letter allegedly sent by the killer himself. The victims, Mary Ann Nichols, Annie Chapman, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Eddowes, and Mary Jane Kelly, were found in various locations, often in dark alleys or abandoned buildings. The brutality escalated with each murder, particularly with Mary Jane Kelly, whose body was mutilated beyond recognition. The investigation was hampered by the limitations of 19th century policing: no DNA, no modern forensics. Witnesses' accounts conflicted, and the chaotic environment of Whitechapel made the search even harder. Over the years, many suspects were proposed, including local residents, doctors, butchers, and even members of the royal family. None were definitively proven to be the killer. The mystery deepened with the discovery of various letters claiming to be from the killer. Some are believed to be hoaxes, but they added to the legend and public hysteria. The killings abruptly stopped after November 1888. No one knows why did the killer die, get arrested for another crime, or simply move away. Jack the Ripper's identity remains unknown, making it one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. The case has inspired countless books, movies, and theories. Beyond the gruesome facts, the Ripper case shines a light on Victorian London's dark underbelly: poverty, social neglect, and the struggles of women in that era. Even today, over 130 years later, new evidence and theories keep emerging, but the true identity of Jack the Ripper continues to elude historians and detectives. The story of Jack the Ripper is a chilling reminder of how some mysteries Resist resolution and how fear and legend can shape history.